Ticks. I don't like ticks. I don't know if it does, but I don't like it. On my leg. I'm not sure if there's any for ticks that truly works. I don't know, but I don't have anything on either way. So. It's actually pretty nice up here. Nice and cool. No heat to deal with. Do wish I had a better pack for a day hike. This is really just like a student I used in college for books, and it's not really meant for this. Vines on you if you don't get it just right. Talking to you, and I don't know which way do I go. Let's back up. See if we see a marker. All right, idiots. How about marking the trail? One way in. Is it? I can't tell if it's that one or this one. I bet you money there's a great view right over here. If the sun was out. Oh yeah, that's a whole valley down there. Yeah. This sucks. Some camps here. This is a pretty good drop, so I'm not gonna get too close. Oh, that's probably the whole valley right there. We have nothing. This does remind me of the Northwest because it's one of these. You can see that one looks pretty well. Yeah, there's a and that's why trail maintenance is important, people. And if you get out here a ways and you don't see a mark or a pile of rocks tell you which way to go, you can easily get lost. All right, moving on. This looks right to me. Sleeping in the woods, yo. All right. GoPro, stop recording. So, come a little ways, not far yet. This is a really nice trail. Pretty rocky, pretty good ascension in elevation, but not terrible. So yeah, this is like a moderate. Part of what I'm doing is checking my footwear for, sorry, that was too fast, for planning a hike out west. And these are great running shoes. Just got them. I buy the same pair every time I buy them. I think I've gone through about 10 pairs of these now. Asics Katano, I think they're called. And they got the gel cushion and they feel good. And they're pretty tough for running. Now, they're not a trail shoe. And I'm curious to see if they will hold up or hurt if we're walking this kind of a trail with rocks. Florida, it's perfect. You're just walking flat ground with sand, lots of water, so they dry off really quick. Anyway, here's some forest sounds. so I've been under this tree. Sort of, these trees. I'm trying to stay out of the rain, but it's not feeling much good. Had to put my jacket back on. It's a pretty miserable day. If this was a day on the trail, it probably would be a day to stay in your tent. I haven't got very far. I'm gonna try to keep going. Hopefully I can get back in time for the sun to go down. It's 11:30 or so, 12 o'clock. Gotta go up there. Yeah. But hiking can't always be perfect, so, right? I mean, that's what I'm telling myself to get off this mountain. All right, we got this thing, which is okay, but it doesn't really, once it gets wet, it soaks up the water and it doesn't really repel the water. It's just like a target rain fly, and it's better than nothing. And as long as it doesn't rain too heavy, I'm okay, but it's starting to change. We'll see what happens. All right, lots of rocks, slow going. Oh God, more grass. More grass. GoPro, stop recording. So although it's a pretty miserable day up here on the top of the hill, I gotta watch my step here. We're on a pretty steep decline. So back there, yeah, see, yeah, they're just taking a shortcut. Back up that, there was a point where you could go left or right. And I think this is a little side loop that's on the trail on the map. I gotta say, they don't mark these trails very good in Alabama. Florida is a lot better. Alabama, pay attention. I really forgot my hike trekking poles, which is stupid. It's a miserable day. There was a cutoff where you could choose this and come down that hill. My concern is whenever you go down a hill, you gotta go back up it, and I think there was a shortcut. I didn't want to come down in here because there's some kind of airplane crash or something. I don't know what it is, but I don't really care about that. I just want to complete the 7 miles before it's too late, because I'm going pretty slow because this is quite different for me and I'm out of shape. So, but still, even though it's miserable, it could be worse, and it's still really pretty under here, although kind of creepy. But this would be an awesome trail if it was sunny, and supposedly at the end of this there's great views, but we're not going to see them, so have to come back another time. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, so this has been a miserable day. If I get out of here and everything's fine, it'll be a good memory. It wasn't too bad, but I'm worried about getting lost in here. So we have these kind of signs that you can't even read. I think it says Overlook. This is the new one, it says Overlook. So I know McDill Overlook, which really was what I came up here to do. I'm not even gonna bother because there's nothing to see on the Overlook. I've had a lot of great views and couldn't see anything. So I got this sign, which is just as bad. So it says, I think it says the Pinhoti Trail State Park, and then this is the Silent Trail. Well, I don't want the Silent Trail. I actually want Cave Creek Trail, and there's no sign for that. So I looked on the map, looked on my trail map, still no clear evidence. So I don't know if that's, to me that looks like a trail, but then if you look, there's no blue marks, there's no hatch marks in the trees marking anything. This might have just been a cut through people have made from, instead of going through that crap I just went through. It was horrible. This looks like the trail. Now the problem with that is I missed my cutoff back there a ways, which means I have to take this thing, I think, an additional 3 miles, or go back through what I just did, which I didn't film it because it was too difficult to walk, but it was terrible, very difficult. 6-foot high thorn bushes, and I mean, I'm not going back through that. So I'm gonna go this way. I've made good time. I did 3 miles. It's only about 1 o'clock, so it's about right. If I could have just caught my cutoff, I would have been right on time. So if it's, yeah, that's fine. I just need to get home by 9 or 10. So pretty miserable day. Not dangerous, not terrible, just this is a really beautiful area, and I'm going to come back when it's not raining. So this sucks. Back to it. It's also really slippery on these rocks and roots. See that? It's just like, do not need a twisted angle up here. 5 miles from everything. All right, here we go. GoPro, stop recording. I'm showing you that because about 20 minutes ago, I twisted my ankle pretty bad and went falling down the hill. Well, fell on the trail. Rolled it. And I still have 7 miles to get out of here walking in this stuff. The exact thing I did not want to happen. So, what have I learned? If it's raining and you're going for a day hike, just go home. Number 1. Number 2, don't forget your trekking poles. Number 3, I think I said earlier, these shoes were an experiment to see if you could do rocky terrain. Well, you can't. So now I gotta get out of here. So I've sat down to drink some water real quick. Try to rest it, but I can't sit too long because it'll swell and I need to keep moving so I can get out of here. So missed the cutoff because these trails are not very well marked. I looked on the maps, not on the maps. It's not there. So you pass it. Then I end up in a spot where you have to go all the way back, which wouldn't be too bad, except for that part of it was terrible. Probably should have done it, but or take the rest of the trail, and it's an additional 3.5 miles, which would be fine if you didn't roll your ankle. So now we're in a bad spot. Kinda, not really, but I mean, it's still early. It's only 1:30 in the afternoon, even though it looks like we're in the land of Mordor here. I have time to get out. I got 2 more bottles of water. I'm not gonna die. If I had to spend the night out here, it would suck. I'm already soaked to the skin pretty much. I don't know how cold it would get, but it's probably gonna drop down into the 50s because we're already in the top 60s, maybe 70. So it could get down cold enough to cause problems. I gotta get out of here. So, pain or not, I'm gonna go. This is really beautiful. I wish this day was better. This would have been a whole different thing. But the bad days make the good days even better. So hopefully they don't fall again. It was close, almost fell again. These shoes are really not. You can't get on this rock, which I kind of thought, but I didn't think I'd be walking this far either. So I'm gonna have to find me a good trail shoe or a boot that's, I don't like boots, they're really uncomfortable. They suck when they get wet, but find something. But these are great running shoes, not great rocky trail shoes. Now they're great for Florida trail, but not this. Oh yeah, I also broke my tripod. So I'm holding the stick here in my hand, the rest of it's broke. All right, we'll talk to you in a bit, hopefully if I'm still alive. GoPro, stop recording. pretty. It's a big tree. It's been about 100 years. Okay. Best route. The one that doesn't break my leg. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty up in there. Someone's lost my foot. All right. I think we're getting closer. It's getting darker. This feels more like a tropical jungle than a Tennessee mountain. I'm a little beat up. That foot's starting to hurt. Leg's starting to hurt. But I think we're close. Look at that. That's level there, so it's straight up. Pretty steep. Let's do a couple pictures of this real quick. Alright. I didn't film it, I should have, but I could not get through a certain section down below. That's cool. Or up above, I should say, that was just rock. I mean, there really was no dirt, just boulders, and I was climbing over them to get, and that was the trail. And it took a long time to get through that. Right on the edge of that cliff, and I just could see myself rolling that ankle again, but going down the hill, and that would have sucked. Maybe break something for sure, so I'm kind of glad we're back on the forest floor a little, well, on the trail that has mud and rather than just rock, or in the middle of the dense stuff here. I don't like this, but at least you're not going to fall down 100 feet under the rocks. Yeah, it's as close and wet in here as it seems. Ow! Well, found the thorn bush. Look at this thing. I believe I'm within a mile. I've been walking an additional 5 miles. Which my whole trip today was supposed to be 4. So I walked 3 to the point where I turned, and at least another 5 back, so probably around 8 or 9 miles, which is ridiculous. Oh, do this stuff. All right, back to work. All right, I just walked up on this thing. And I see that, and that's where I started from, and that's where I went. That means I'm back. I'm telling you what. In a lot of pain. Definitely injured my ankle. I don't think it's a terrible sprain, but walking on it for another 5 miles didn't help it. This didn't help it. I mean, it's been hell. So, but I did say at the beginning of this, I would do it one way or the other, and that's what I did. So at least when I get home tonight, I put ice on my leg, my ankle, and I eat that roasted chicken that I made for tonight, just for that reason, and lay down in that bed. I'm gonna sleep hard and good. It's gonna work me to the last minute. Everything's, I mean, the worst thing you can have is everything's slippery, going downhill, putting all your weight on something when your foot and ankles are twisted. All right, here's the scene that's making me feel great right now. And we're coming out. See ya. That was a very hard hike, and I want to say that if they call it moderate, but I mean, I'm out of shape, but still, some of that stuff I was literally rock climbing, like up up the rock, so there was no trail in some places. Very hard hike. I made it back. I don't know what time it is. I think I'm good. I got 4-hour drive now to get back to Mobile. Get some water first and some coffee. I'm not gonna eat because I want to have that food be awesome when I get back home and be nice and hungry. So, see you later. Cheaha? 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 I think it's Cheaha. Good trail. Just not a good trail today. All right, we'll see you later.